Hey, I ran into Ryan Brasseaux on my right of native Sun Retrievers and Pat Burns from
Hey guys.
Elite Retrievers. Well, guys, what's going on with this Series 1 and how is your strategy? How is Series 1 going to affect your coaching strategy with your clients going into tomorrow's Series 2?
My dogs, the two I've seen have looked pretty good. We kind of expected what's happening here at short and keep the dogs a little loose, marking short birds. And then from what we hear tomorrow is a tight triple on the
Two sets of
water.
mark, yeah.
If I see the next three run this way, I'm going to stand pat. I'm not going to go out and try to do anything disciplined with them. I want to keep them marking birds.
Be pretty risky to try to do
anything.
too much
Right.
and mess with their head before set up watermarks. And then early watermarks,
Can do it.
if you get too tight
Right.
and you swim by a bird,
It's
because
over.
it can't be. It's got to be something that's got to go quick.
That's right.
And why is it so important to keep them relaxed on a tight setup?
To keep their mind free. I mean, they need to be able to stop at a place. If they're a little foggy up about a bird, and the bird may not be at the end of the lake, it may be halfway down or across a point or on an island, or they need to be relaxed enough to go in there and check where they think it is, or may think it. They may not be sure, but then they get a little puff of air and they say, "I'm gonna go check that spot." Just be loose enough to make decisions.
Right, and you're coming off a bunch of pre-national stuff where you've worked pretty hard and probably messed with their head a little bit to try to get them through 10 series. Now you got to
That's right.
get through the first two
We
or
gotta
three
get-
before you can worry about 10.
to get the legs under them.
So, Pat, what might you say to your clients gearing them up for tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to say, obviously you're going to wait and see what the test is, but if it's typical of most early national tests, like we just said a minute ago, if you ball them up too much, and you can get more trouble by being too honest on early watermarks in nationals than by being a little cheaty, so and a little loose. So I guess you just have to. The biggest thing is probably read your dog, and maybe sometimes not overthink it.
Right.
And that's hard to get somebody to do. It's hard to do yourself.
Yeah, it is, especially here. It's hard to get them to relax and not overthink because the handlers are really excited right now, and they got to get in the groove just like the dog does through this field trial, and they trying to find it too.
I guess the two things I would look at is how are they watching their birds and what are their line manners.
Yeah.
So if you have to make any adjustments, but once again, if you start fooling with that, you start messing with their head, and then they line over a short bird or a little cute island bird that they might have or something like that, which is probably what you're going to see
Probably what
because
you're
you need
gonna
to see a 6 or 7 minute test
That's right.
tomorrow, and that's hard to do on the water. So
It's going to be a whole lot of land and a little bit of water.
that's right. That's
and
right.
You need them to be a little relaxed to do it.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Welcome.
We'll see you all soon.
See y'all later.